I kind of like, I'm feeling the drawbacks of living on the ground floor in a house now. Holy fucking shit. I've just been having to deal with like cockroaches recently. Do you know what I'm like starting to think?
Like you have to clean your house?
No. My house is actually like genuinely pretty clean because we found out where they're coming from, and that's just like the drains because it's summer right now, and every time we see a cockroach, it's basically like they're like tiny cockroaches. They're not like the Giga Chad cockroach you get in like Australia or in Thailand. So I'm like, before, if I heard cockroach, I'd be like fucking terrified, but now I see the tiny ones in Japan, I'm like, you little baby.
Like before it was a Dark Souls boss fight, and now it's like a tutorial
Now it's
stage.
just like a slight annoyance because I see them like sometimes in the bathroom when I'm just going in. I'm like, for fuck's sake, stop crawling out of the drains, please.
Is it just me, or do I feel like, do you feel more, I guess, scared or in danger when a cockroach appears in like somewhere like a bathroom drain, or like say when you're showering, for example, and it appears in the bathroom as opposed to anywhere else? I don't know why. I feel more vulnerable because I'm naked.
No, I like it more.
I like it more.
Because I can send them back to where the fuck they came from.
I like it more because, one, I don't have to worry about making a mess because I can just clean that fucker up right away.
Yeah, it's like if you're going to murder someone, you do it in the bathroom. The tiles are so easy to clean, you know?
Yeah, sure. Number two.
Well, I mean, you know.
Just from experience? Or?
No, I imagine that killing someone, then if you killed them and then there was carpet everywhere, you'd be like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Luckily, my house doesn't have carpet, so.
Yeah, but like most new houses
everywhere's clean.
Yeah.
And number two, I like the fact that it's like in the bathroom because I know where it came from. If it was in the kitchen or the living room, I'm like, how the fuck did you get in? Where the fuck? Do you have friends? Do you have friends? Do you have friends?
They're chilling in the wine cellar, Garnt.
Oh, God.
This Shiraz is marvelous, Garnt. I'm glad I stumbled in here and drank some of it.
What I've realized every time I see, like, this only happened twice, by the way, this year. What I've realized is that if I see one, I cannot let that fucker out of my sight. I don't know why, but this is
you can't fucking let it run off.
Yeah.
No, okay. So like, you need something to kill it with. I'm not metal enough to like fucking use my hand or whatever just yet. I'm not that Australian, right?
You're not my dad.
Right now, right? I try and get a tissue.
I'll go for the foot though.
Yeah, but the first time this happened,
I don't want to touch with my hands, but I'll crush it with my feet.
But then it'll be on your socks.
Yeah, it'll be on your socks.
Yeah, but I'm washing them anyway. I was like,
well, same thing with your hand. I'll wash it anyway.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I wouldn't be against crushing it with my hands.
Right.
Yeah, it depends what I have. Well, because I got really annoyed one time. I bought that cockroach killer that's everywhere in Japan.
It doesn't work.
And in that fridge, this fucker just tanked it.
Yeah.
I felt like he was like Kirito in that one scene where he's getting slashed. I just felt like he was regenning quicker than I was.
He's the beater of cockroaches, bro.
Like I was doing damage over time attacks, and he was just like, my regen is greater. You are nothing to me. But then if I went like, he'd be dead.
Yeah.
And so I was, I think seeing that sight where he just tanked, he didn't even move. That was what pissed me off.
Yeah.
He didn't even like care to try and dodge it. Like he was so impervious to it that he was like, and what? What are you going to do?
What's next? Is that all?
Yeah. So I was like, well, fuck it, I'll slap him. So I did. I tried to stomp on him, but I missed. They're fucking fast fuckers, aren't they?
Yeah, they are fast.
Little antennas tell them when the foot's coming.
Yeah.
I just wonder, did they see life in slow-mo?
They must do.
They must, right?
Yeah.
And or the like instincts like anime characters when you like teleport behind like I could sense your presence.
Teleports behind you. Nothing personal.
I feel like they know when you're looking at them as well, because this has happened like every time I've seen one. I have looked at it. I'm like, oh, there's a cockroach that has approached my field of view. And I stare at it. I'm like, you're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. And it's like totally still.
Okay.
And I'm like,
it turns into a DBZ fight.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I know the tissue's there. I'm going to look away for a second and you're still going to be there. It's gone. like it just like
they're like the weeping angels.
Yeah, there's a fucking weeping
don't break
angels.
eye contact.
You cannot like break eye
Are they
contact.
similar like the antennas? Because in flies, right? I don't know how flies can do it. I forgot how they can do it, but they can sense the difference in air pressure.
Yeah.
So when something's approaching, the air pressure, obviously are so small that you can feel the air pressure.
Yeah.
So I imagine that maybe it's something like that. I don't know.
Must be.
What's up? Okay, question. Would you would you get all of the benefits of antennas, but you had to be a normal person with antennas? You could literally get all the benefits of having antennas, but you just have antennas.
What's the benefits?
What
of
are the
antennas?
benefits?
Sell me on antennas.
You can
Sensing the presence of someone coming.
insane, air pressure differentials.
I think that would just fuck me up. Because I wouldn't be
Yeah,
able,
but no, you'd adjust because you'd be born
Yeah.
with it. You wouldn't just
Yeah.
have it.
but
Yeah.
I'd also just be like fucked when I'm on a plane.
Yeah.
Like I'd get on and just be like, oh, like
Well, no,
I
you do it-
already suffer with the ear popping, and
Well,
then
no,
I have to
I'm
deal with
sure-
the
I mean,
antenna. Just be like,
I'm sure if a cockroach got on the plane, it'd survive. It'd be all right.
well, yeah,
I would
those
be-
things will survive anything.
I would.
So the point is, what would you be willing? What deformity would you be willing to accept? Of like would you take wings in a heartbeat? No, because if you think about it, wings in human society would suck to have. Everyone,
yeah, it would. Also, like how
you just got to fit in. I'm
you-
sure you can fly, but you're not gonna be
you
fucking
got to
happy.
fit in, but it's not worth flying. You know,
Yeah.
you could just fucking build a device to fly better than you know.
You still wouldn't. When I say fly, you're
Yeah.
not suddenly impervious to like pressure differentials of
Yeah.
being up at like
Yeah,
10,000
yeah.
feet. So you wouldn't be able
Yeah.
to, it'd be like a few hundred meters in the sky.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. I feel like flying is such a fucking overpowered. Over like
Overvalued.
overvalued.
Yeah. I've become obsessed with the idea of having superpowers with severe drawbacks. So you can have something, but you get fucked.
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
I think it's fun. It's fun hypotheticals.
Like you get wings, but you also have gonorrhea. Well, you take it.
like you had the biggest dick ever, but you
Yeah.
can't have sex.
Yeah, you just can't get
No,
erect.
just having the biggest dick ever would be its own nerf because no
That's
girl
true.
would want to have sex
Yeah,
with
that's true.
you.
Okay.
That's true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Okay, what about
This is just like a.
you were able to you were able to photosynthesize, but you would have a lingering sense of hunger, but you weren't allowed to eat.
Why would I want to be able to photosynthesize?
Never have to pay for food.
I fucking love food. Why
Yeah, but
would
you have
that
to pay for it.
Huh?
you
yeah,
have to
but
pay
it's
for it.
worth it.
Yeah, but that's worth it. Like if I could
You like the burden of paying for food?
if I would photosynthesize, then I would get fat
Okay.
on sunlight, and I don't want to do that. I get
no,
fat
you
on
can't
normal
get
food.
fat. You can't get fat. I'm sorry.
You know what I mean?
Could you imagine just like this hugely obese dude? He's just like, God, I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry, dude.
Yeah, just like you go on like a beach holiday for
Okay.
like 1 week, and you're like, fucking hell, I didn't even fucking drink any cocktails. Jesus,
You can get invisible, but you have to get blackout drunk.
This is this is sounding like this. Did you?
That's dangerous.
This is sounding like the shittest spin-off to Darker Than Black I've ever seen. Did you ever watch Darker Than
love
Black?
Yeah.
November 11.
Yeah. Number 11.
cigarette is containing nitroglycerin. Yeah, sure. All right, Troy Baker. Just fuck me already.
I mean, none of these powers I actually want. I don't want to be invisible.
All right, tell me a power you want. I'll tell you a drawback.
Okay. I mean, we've talked about teleportation before.
Okay, you
but,
can teleport.
So you can teleport, but you have no legs.
but you shit yourself every time.
I actually was going to do something like that. But honestly, I think you could easily plan around that. That's not enough a drawback. You can teleport, but every time you teleport, someone you've met in your life dies.
Oh.
So you're risking like, how many people you met in your life? Like,
Are we counting fucking Facebook friends?
yeah,
Fucking-
literally like if you have met would be like you've exchanged words with someone. Could be
Yeah.
someone you bumped into, on the subway. Anyone you've encountered,
See, if that is the drawback, then once I am aware of that like drawback, I would just go out into public and start talking to everyone.
yeah, you would. Yeah. But
Yeah.
it would be like, you'd still have that lingering chance that could be a close friend. And if you teleported, would you do it? Would you take it?
No.
No, you don't think you would?
No.
I mean, despite the ethical choice of killing a human life every time you
You
use
wouldn't
a
know.
power.
They wouldn't know. You'd never be found guilty. Obviously, that doesn't help the ethical part. But there's
What
no.
the fuck am I,
You would
fucking,
never.
like,
You would
light
never be
yogging me?
held. You would never be held held accountable for this.
I mean, are we ignoring the fact that you would be killing someone every time?
You could also die too.
Yeah. Why? Can you meet yourself?
Yeah, you're part of the list.
Can you?
Don't go down.
Can we? Can
we
you?
gotta have an SSR.
start.
We've got to have an SSR in there.
I haven't had enough wine to talk about
Okay,
this
so
yet.
I think that's a cool power because then you got to
Would you take it?
100%.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. Sociopath.
I mean,
Because then, no, I would use it for emergencies. Like, let's say
Oh yeah, no, of course.
something crazy happened. You're like,
No, you say that, but you're probably gonna get to the point where you're like, "Fuck, I need to go to the combini."
I said emergency.
Sorry, Bob.
I said emergencies like it's still worried someone just died. My flight got cancelled. It's an emergency.
You don't understand. I really needed to go to the toilet. I'm sorry.
It would start off as like a pure like life or death situation, and then in about like I was gonna say 5 years, but I think more accurately like 5 months for you.
Okay.
It would get to the point where you're going to the toilet using teleportation.
Okay.
You're on stream and you're like, "Hold on, guys, I gotta be back."
All right, Joey, give me a power. I'll give you a drawback.
Well, what power do you want?
I like teleportation, but I want to hear your power. I'll make a drawback.
My power?
Tell me a power you want. Power you really want.
Reading minds, maybe?
Reading minds.
I wouldn't want that power.
Reading minds, but every time you read a mind, you. Oh, okay. I was thinking like some way of having a drawback where you get fucked up by keep reading minds. Like it keeps fucking with your head.
What about the drawback of you can read minds?
Okay, you can read minds, but it is hard for you sometimes to distinguish which memories are yours and which are theirs.
I think that would just happen.
That just sounds like schizophrenia.
Yeah, well, you develop every time you read a mind, you'd partially be assisting your own schizophrenia.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe not.
Okay. How about my favorite type now? Useless powers with useless drawbacks.
Okay.
What if you will never ever spill a drink ever again in your life?
But you can never drink again
But you have to eat at least one olive every single day, otherwise you lose the power.
Sure. I'll take that.
And someone dies.
And you have no legs.
But you have to source the olives from a specific olive maker in Italy.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm knocking over all the drinks.
Do you have any olives from Jean Perrion?
What if they just run? What if like the supply chain just runs out?
Why is there a strong zero?
Who got the strong zero?
Why did we bring?
You want the bowl?
You want to join in, Kai? Yeah, come on, drink on the job. Why not?
You're terrible, boss.
Whoa, Alan. Black pepper.
Oh no, they didn't have pizza potato.
This is the
shit.
This is the goated chips,
is the
man.
shit
This
right
is the
here.
goated chips.
Black pepper.
Oh, I do love black pepper. Go on, I'll have one. Okay.
God, I should have had more than just a fucking salad before drinking this wine, man. This is my problem every time. Every time an after dark, you guys are like, "Oh, we had a fat curry," and I'm like, "I had a salad today."
Can I have a wine, please?
No, I don't need plates,
New
man.
one.
All right,
I don't need plates. What are we in the 21st century?
give me another one. What's another power up?
You will be able to. You will enjoy all media 200% more than you currently do. You'll get that much like drawback and serotonin from it. However, 1 in 5 chance of constantly spoiling it for your friends, and you can't help it.
I take that.
Yeah, I'll take that. Fuck everyone else.
That's easy.
Yeah, fuck it. I think people have that superpower right now. I think that's actually exists.
That's just your average fucking fan account.
That's your average One Piece fan.
Yeah, that's just your One Piece fan. Holy shit! I forgot how much I did not miss stan accounts on Twitter until like when a hot new shonen airs.
Yeah.
I logged onto Twitter and I see this fucking Jujutsu Kaisen fan account, and there's like Gojo and the new guy and like his friend.
Yeah.
And in the manga panel, they're like really close, and in the anime, they're like 2 inches more further apart.
Okay.
And they're like, I can't believe they've done this.
They've ruined the show.
They've ruined it. And I'm like, oh my god, I do not miss stan accounts. Oh, thank you so much.
Okay, here's one
guy.
for you. You can run at the speed of sound. But
Sonic.
it's like Sonic. You can run at Sonic speed.
But you're a Sonic fan.
I'm taking that. Are you kidding me? But in order for you to run at max speed, you need to be constantly shitting yourself.
What is
Would I need
As
to-
you're running.
That's a terrible.
It's just poop just flying out of
You
your
would
pants.
literally die from just nutrition loss because you'd literally run out of poop and then your body would not have any poop left, so it just like starts.
Yeah, so
shitting
you
out
have
your
to like
insides.
eat as you run to maintain it.
How would that work, Joey?
This is a superpower that's very similar to real life.
Okay.
You will have unlimited money for you, your friends, and your family and everything. But
Yeah.
at least once a day, you have to complete a furry porn commission.
How detailed are we talking?
I think
Very hard. And you have to find the clients.
I think
they
you-
don't just come to you.
I think you just described every furry porn
Yeah.
artist.
Yeah.
That's just a furry porn artist because
Yeah.
God knows how much fucking money they make.
Yeah, exactly.
So good.